Konami Studios.
Batman 99, we are revving up to the end of Joker War, but we also got a tie-in book or a one-shot called Joker Warzone. So I wonder if that's going to be mandatory reading if I want to, end this story in the next issue. I don't know. We'll have to stay tuned and see. I'll probably pick it up. If it's worth mentioning, we'll do a review on Joker Warzone, but if not, just know that it exists if you want more Joker War content. I'm a guy who doesn't, but I will finish reading this story so you guys can know what happens in it. There's a lot in this issue. I think more than the last couple, I was really gearing towards this one because I've kind of been missing the Bat family altogether, and I was really excited to see that. There's a lot I liked about this issue. There's a lot that just reminds me I'm not really happy where current Batman is. For the most part, there's a few things that are okay, but some of it's like, oh, really? That's where we are? First off, this book opens up with a just Joker monologuing. I'll be honest, I didn't read all of it just because I just don't care. Like, I know where Joker's going in this story. I don't need to hear every reason where he's talking to his limo driver like, the Gotham City that it needed to be, it's on the brink, everything's out of balance, but now it's balanced and all that stuff. I mean, we've seen it a lot of times with the Joker in that kind of a setting, so I don't need to read it again. But it's nice we filled out some time with that. He's talking to Punchline. Punchline's like, I'm sorry I could do more, baby. And he's like, oh, it's fine. I got the bat right where I need him. So that's cool. That was the weakest part of the story for me just because, like I've said, I think every issue, I don't like the Joker. I'm kind of over Punchline. I will probably read her solo title, though, just because I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that character come next time. Should be a good villain for Harley Quinn. That's all I'll say. But we get some of this, the Return of the Bat Family, which made me really happy because I've missed them. If you guys are interested, I've been thinking about doing this for a while, but I didn't know if I want to talk about it on the channel, just because it's like my dream pitch. If I ever got a job at DC Comics, it'd be like my dream pitch to tell you guys what this would be. I have a pitch for a Bat Family, like kind of anthology of stories that would kind of maybe be like an imprint kind of thing that takes the characters in the future and we see different parts of them. I've always wanted to talk about that, so I'd either do it here, but I kind of want to see if I ever eventually get to DC, if I could pitch it there. But if you guys are interested to hear my tale for a future story involving the Bat Family, please let me know and I will tell you, and I'll do a video on it. But if not, then ignore everything I said and wait till a potential comic book comes out in 20 years that I wrote one. We'll see. But no, we get to Return of the Bat Family. Batman put the word out. Everyone comes in except Damian Wayne. And I know there was the whole rumor that maybe Clown Hunter was Damian Wayne. It's not. I think Tynion said it's not going to be. So that's cool too. But everyone's here. Barbara Gordon in her okay-ish costume. It's not as good as the Burnside costume, and it's not as good as some classic Barbara Gordon costumes. But it's here. I always forget Duke exists. People like him. I always forget he's there, but Duke's here. The two best-looking ones, honestly, Stephanie and Cassandra, they're in their best costumes, Like, they look great. Spoiler and Orphan, they look fantastic. I love those costumes. I love those characters. They're looking the best. Tim is here as Red Robin. That's fantastic, too. Like, okay, I'm just... Great. Now what's Damian going to be? Because Tim is so complicated. There's just so much of Tim, I don't know what to do with him. I don't really want him to be, like, the actual Robin. I think that should be Damian in modern times. But I also don't want him to be Red Robin, and I don't want him to be Drake. There's a nice joke where Harley Quinn calls him Duckboy, making fun of the Drake name, which I'm like, perfect. That's hilarious. Dick Grayson is back. About time he returned, honestly. We've needed this for so long. There's a nice moment where Batman's just like, yeah, I thought you might want this back. It's good to have you back, Dick. And he gives him the classic Nightwing costume. You're like, thank you. He looks like an idiot in whatever he's wearing now. I'm not reading the Nightwing book, but I hate that costume. I hate the way it looks. I'm so glad that we have this moment with Dick and Bruce. It's just a nice little thing. And then Jason's there. What an ugly... I hate his costume. Jason's costume is so ugly. It's just so... There's too much going on. You literally struck oil when you just gave him the red helmet and the leather jacket. Why try to change that? I don't know. You can't get any better than that, so don't try to. But either way, they're all pretty much just going to, like, keep the city under control while Batman goes to fight the Joker, which I'm like, okay, that's where we're going with this. We're not actually going to have them all team up and that kind of stuff, whatever. There's kind of a side story, too, where we see Catwoman, Riddler, and Penguin going to the underbroker and getting her money back. And kind of like in a sense like, oh, this is kind of how she might rebuild the fortune for Bruce Wayne or something. We'll see what happens there. It's fine. My favorite moment of the book, though, come towards the end where we get a nice thing where Batman's about to go in and fight the Joker. And like, there's a Days Chemicals. I couldn't really see what the building was where the Joker is. But Harley Quinn stops him like, we got to kill him. Like, we actually have to kill him this time. The story needs to end. We can't keep doing this. And Batman keeps telling her no. And just, what a great moment from Harley Quinn where she's like, that's okay. You're going to say no anyways. I know that. What if he kills you in there? If you die, I am killing him. I don't care about your code or any of that stuff. That's why I'm helping you right now, is because I want to kill the Joker. That's the only reason. So screw your morality. Screw all of it. If you die, he's dying too. I love, what a great moment. This is some great Harley Quinn. This is a mature Harley Quinn that knows where she's at in her life, and I really enjoyed that. It's just really fun. This portrayal of the character, it could have easily been more comedic, but she's just like underplaying a lot of the moments, but you also feel like the brevity and how important it is to her to say these things. It's like, that's great. You're doing something really cool here with Harley, and I thoroughly enjoy it. And she's making fun of the Robins, so it's perfect. That's everything you want from Harley Quinn. But no, Batman does go in solo again. Harley Quinn's, I guess, going to cover him if something happens. I'm wondering if she's going to kill him at the end. Ooh, that would be interesting. Maybe she does anyways. That could be interesting. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Batman goes in. We see that Joker uses his toxins to resurrect the dead Alfred, and it's just a grotesque scene, and I'm okay. Like, is this what we're doing, really? Is this really what we want to do here? Okay. We kind of had like the whole analog before that where Bruce talked to an Alfred that kind of told him who he needed to be going forward and bring his family into it, but now it's like, really? This is where we're going? Okay. Whatever. It's not bad, but I'm just like, we did the whole good Alfred before, just kind of coming in with the zombie Alfred. Not a really great idea, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not writing it. It just seemed like, why have all the stuff where Alfred's good now and we're just going to see his disheveled corpse? I don't really like that. But then we get the Joker Batman in the future Batman suit that's supposed to be like the best Batman suit for like the future. I think the suit looks cool. I kind of like the Joker took and he's like, yeah, we're going to fight now. This is the Joker war. Here's what we're doing. It's pretty cool. I mean, it looks good. There's just a couple of things in this book that I'm like, I get it. It seems very like subdued compared to a couple issues, and it seems like it's wrapping up to a conclusion that's either going to be very lackluster or just end. Like, I don't think it's going to be this grand sweeping epic and we're going to learn anything new about the Joker or like a grand future for Gotham City, or we're going to do anything that much at the Bat family. We pretty much just like, Nightwing's back. Drake is now Robin. Everyone's back where they needed to be in order to be good characters again. And we're just going to move on, tell the Joker story, and then I guess Grifter's coming in later. But it's not a bad issue. It's pretty solid. I think it's a great one just to show you what this book needed to be. And now hopefully we get a sweeping epic next issue where all of our Bat characters are fighting everyone. And it's going to be really cool. I hope that's where we're going. But as it stands, I'm going to give Batman issue 99 a 7 out of 10. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.